Hi again, everybody, and welcome to another edition of Keeping It Real with Coach Neal, alongside the head coach of the UNCW women's soccer program, Chris Neal. I'm Eric Rue. Glad to have you on board again this week. And, Coach, got another win. It's 4 in a row for you. You beat Charlotte in shutout fashion on Sunday in front of the home crowd. Had to be a pretty good feeling to take out the 49ers.
Yeah, it was a very good feeling, and it was one of those rare moments as a coach that you can exhale a little bit at halftime. So first half performance from our team was spectacular, up 3-0 at half. I can't be unhappy in any area. It was a really good performance.
Second game in a row, you get off to a blazing start. 5th minute, Audrey Harding sends the corner kick in, Jordan Favre on the receiving end. Those two are really starting to gel here as you get down the stretch in non-conference play.
Again, chemistry between the forwards is really good this year, and it's something we're trying to build every day in training. So you've got our first wave of Seahawks up top is Kayla Burrows, Audrey Harding, and Jordan Favre. And the more we get those three on the same page, they all three combined at some point in that game to score or assist. So just really, really happy for Jordan because she continues just to do her job. She does all the little things right. She's putting herself in all the right spots. 4 games in a row now that she has scored, I believe. I think there's a record out there in the past that she's trying to break from a very good alumni and former great player here, Steph Rose. So that'll be exciting to see what happens this Thursday with Jordan in that respect, but really happy for her.
Jordan, the first player since 2012, Stephanie Rose, as you mentioned, scoring 4 straight. Rose had a 5-game goal-scoring streak during that season. And then Audrey Harding and Jordan Favre, again, hook up on the second goal. It was the opposite this time with Audrey cashing in.
Yeah, it's good to see an Audrey doing Audrey things, quite frankly. She had a little bit of a shutdown early on with the COVID protocols, and that disrupted her a little bit. But she seems to have her legs under her now, and she's just got special qualities that I feel lucky to have on our team.
Audrey wasn't done later in that first half. She has a tremendous individual effort. Kayla Burrows set it up, but then Audrey just weaved through the defenders, and put another one home.
Yeah. Kayla, was a perfect pass. It was a great transitional goal, and she released it to Audrey at just the right time. And we need to talk to Audrey about this because she ended up beating 2 or 3 defenders, which negates an assist for Kayla. And I think maybe she could have scored a little bit earlier. So we'll have to work on that with Audrey a little bit.
Don't get style points in the box score, unfortunately, but Audrey, a tremendous 2-goal effort there. And when you go up 3-0 in the first half, and this is something, again, the first couple of games you went behind, had to come back. You get that early lead, you get that big lead. What does that do for you in the second half?
Well, it allows us to be in control of managing the game. And it allows us to control the tempo. When you're chasing a game, you only have one choice of tempo. You have to go, and you have to play quick, and you have to play urgent. But when you're up 3-0 at halftime, it allows you to control the game in a different way. You can play fast when you want to play fast. You can play slower when you want to play slower. You can substitute more to slow the game down and to kill any type of momentum that you may perceive your opponent is gaining. So it just gives you a lot more control and freedom over the rhythm of a game.
Defensively, another strong effort by your back four and Kaylee Bierman, another clean sheet for the defense. Bierman made a couple of really good saves. She's really coming into her own here 5 games through.
Yeah, we're excited to have Kaylee in between the pipes, and we're also really excited to have 2 goalkeepers again. Blair Barefoot is back and looking strong. They both trained at a really high level, so for a coach, this is now a real luxury for us, as a team as well, to have 2 stellar goalkeepers ready to go.
4-1 on the season now. You get ready for your non-conference finale against Liberty. Longest road trip of the season for this group. What have you seen out of the Flames as you prepare for this Thursday night tilt in Lynchburg?
They are a very good team, very well organized, extremely well coached, aggressive, talented, tough. They're reigning conference champions. And what I'm going to try to, present to my team this week in this 48 hours building up to that game is that this is going to be just like a CAA final. This is the quality of opponent we need right before heading into conference play, and it is a quality of away atmosphere that will challenge us, and it will be a very, very good match.
Obviously, your road games thus far, you had the exhibition at East Carolina, you went to High Point, you went to Coastal Carolina. This is now a pretty lengthy trip to go up for Liberty on Thursday. For this group, some of them, this is probably the longest road trip they've ever taken with such a young group. How do you get them acclimated and ready to play on Thursday after such a long journey up there?
Well, you're exactly right. This road trip is going to bring different dynamics, different time management issues, different energy management issues. It's our first hotel stay, like I said. So young players will have to learn how to stay focused and how to manage energy. As a team, we need to learn about, peaking energy-wise at game time. As coaches, we'll have to learn, a little bit about this team and how it travels. So it's new territory this year, and I'm excited that we're getting it done before conference play starts.
Last non-conference road game of the campaign, last non-conference game of the regular season, but in this case, you've had a full week between games. Now you're coming Sunday, playing Thursday. Obviously, you're going to be used to that during conference play, but is there a little bit of change in how you approach training this week, knowing that you had that physical game against Charlotte, now you have Liberty on the road, and you got to get ready. This is your last tune-up before league play starts.
Yeah, and that's another benefit to this. This is pretty much a 2-game week for us if we treat it Sunday to Thursday, which is very conference-like. I've enjoyed the 1-game weeks. Some of those weren't by design. That was through some late schedule changes that were out of our control, but I still enjoyed them. And we've got a mixture in conference play. We do have some 2-game weeks. We have some 1-game weeks. But the 2-game weeks are a challenge, and they change your entire training rhythm, midweek. We had 10 players that put in 50 or more minutes on a Sunday. So we need to be a little careful with those players today in training this morning. As soon as this interview is over, we go straight into training. So they've got a game now in 48 hours. And from a physical standpoint and from a recovery standpoint, we've got to manage that scientifically as best we possibly can. We wear heart rate and GPS, so we know what the workload looks like on the weekend. We know what it's going to look like this Thursday, so we've got to get that right.
Well, Coach, we wish you the absolute best of luck on Thursday against Liberty, and we'll chat with you again next week.
Thanks, Eric.
That's head coach Chris Neal, the UNCW Women's Soccer Program. I'm Eric Rue. Thanks so much for joining us. We'll see you right here next week for another edition of Keeping It Real with Coach Neal.